Bonjour, je m'appelle Fleur Delacroix. Welcome to Alpha Book Club, an interactive online book club for all the beautiful people. I am Pat Villa. Anyway, hey guys, it's a book club on the internet.
Well
We've
done.
dressed up a little bit.
Well done.
I'm Maud Garrett. I am now. I had you. You thought it was Fleur for a second there. It's not.
You weren't here when we did the.
Joining me as always, we've got, I think it's Bellatrix Lestrange.
Sure.
Oh, it's just a witch.
I was gonna be Rita Skeeter, but I couldn't find my glasses.
There's glasses on the table.
There's
I won't
glasses
be
on
able
your
to
face.
see those. I'd be more Rita. Anyway, I'm a witch.
Well, I guess you get points for trying. Also, Hector, who just flew in at the last stage, sorry, he just had a game at the World Cup.
That's right. I'm dressed as Madame Maxine.
I thought about it. I thought about it and I was like, I don't have anything with fur on it.
You just have to, oh, do you guys want to know what Madame Maxime sounds like in the audiobook?
Yes.
Hello, Hagrid.
Yeah. Pretty accurate.
How dare you? I am not Diane. Yeah, it's like fully guttural.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's a lot for me. Hey, this is Alpha Book Club, and we are the Alpha community. Hi, Java Book Geek. Wow, Java Book Geek girl who went and got her Ravenclaw scarf super quickly. We've got Wolfchild MDB, Ravenwolf. Oh wow, the pack is here.
Werewolves of London.
We've also got Lost of Numbers. Hello, DJ. Thought that said Crummy, and I was like, we got a
DJ Crummy.
we got a crumb fan. We got a crumb fan.
DJ
Bring it
Crummy.
down, Durmstrang style. What? Cool. Hey, anyway.
Also, I brought candy.
What?
yay.
Ooh, yum.
Let's eat snow. Alas,
It's every flavor beans
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
and I think chocolate
that
frog.
looks like
Chocolate frogs.
chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna
A
definitely.
chocolate
Oh, there's
frog?
one giant chocolate frog.
Ooh,
Oh, great.
Hop to it.
Do we have a
We're gonna-
knife? I'm
We're
just gonna eat.
Yeah, we're just gonna pass this around and bite
It just
it off.
jumps down your throat. You're like, I'm sorry.
I wanted to swing by Universal Studios today to get some stuff, but I didn't have any time. But I was like, man, there's no. I was
right there.
Online. I looked up. I'm like, Harry Potter stores. Oh yeah, we
lost
live
my
here in
wands,
They
wait.
have the amazing.
It's literally Hogwarts.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Exactly. What's going on,
Welcome to
Rachel?
the
You okay?
I want to. Yes. Okay. So I have two wands.
Oh, lovely.
I have this one that I got at Harry Potter, which is a Death Eater one, but I got it because it was a skull and it looked
It's
really
very
cool.
cool.
Is it a Death Eater? Because every time someone looks at me, they nearly die.
I love Ron. I don't know what I was thinking.
Typical boy stuff.
Sorry, Ron.
So silly. But I also got sent this wand, and they gave me a little assignment.
Who sent
for
them
it.
to you?
So it was for the marathon of Harry Potter that was on Sci-Fi. So they sent us
Oh, that's awesome.
some cool stuff, and I got the ash wand has chosen me. So this is my new one.
Ooh,
cool.
no
I
more
guess-
Death Eater for
I'll
you.
I'll just use this one. Whose wand is this again?
Don't touch it. Maybe don't break it.
No,
Handle
but
it
like-
with care.
Is it like a custom one, or is it like based off of
really
characters?
Oh, that's cool.
It chose you. This is Lee's. It doesn't work for me because.
Oh yeah, that makes
But
sense.
unless, let me try to activate it. 4, 8, 15, 16, 20, 42. There we go. There it is. There it is.
That
Now I
was
can.
great.
You're welcome. Yeah.
That was so great, Hector. I'm
Rachel,
so impressed.
coming from you, that means a lot.
I loved the show. The
Yeah.
reason I hate it is because I loved it so much. It let me down.
It's the TV show Lost. Ooh, should we all do a Lost rewatch from the beginning?
That's why I don't get
Lee's
it.
in. Lee's in.
I've been thinking
You guys
about
in?
it.
Let's do it. Let's just do
Is
it.
this
I've been
thing
thinking
on?
about
Guys,
it.
let's just knock out a
Watched
season in an
anything.
afternoon.
I've never seen
I watched
Lost.
all episodes, 8 episodes of this.
Go home, witch.
Yeah.
I am sorry, I did not know what happened and took over my mouth. It cast a spell of rudeness.
The Monday after Comic-Con, I went home a little early from work because I was tired.
Yep.
And watched all 8 episodes of The Sinner. So good. You
No, thank you.
would not be able to handle it. I
I've
don't
been
think.
watching Unreal and it makes me feel very uncomfortable.
I've been
Oh,
watching the
man.
original Mission Impossible series from
too.
1966.
Oh, I watched the
Doesn't hold
original
up.
movies.
Yeah, no, the movies are great.
I've
but
watched
the-
1 through 3, and I'm going to watch 4 and 5 this week, and then finally see 6 this
Welcome to the
So
ABC
good.
Common Room, back on track, people.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I have the wand with the skull on it. I feel powerful. Hey, if you've got a friend who loves ABC, just tell them to get involved. We've got a new promo code for 63 Days of Alpha. Are you ready for
What
it?
is
You
it?
ready? You sitting down? Are you ready?
Padfoot.
The What of Fire. First in the chat to get it. There's a 5-second delay. There's like a 15. There's like a 2-minute delay. It's about a
22-minute delay.
First one to get it, just silence. Means everyone.
Get it
Who
at
knows? The
6:50.
blank
Riveting
of
is
fire.
entertainment.
The what
What
of
of
fire?
The
blank
it's the
of
book
fire.
we're reading.
Harry Potter and the blank.
There's too much delay, guys. This is a bit that's not working.
fire.
Bail on the bit. Bail.
I heard bucket. That's right. It's the bucket of fire.
Goblet.
Goblet.
The
Now
red
it's-
cup of fire.
I'll tell you who got that one in a second. Goblet for
Nobody.
60 free days here. Now let's get back to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Previously on Harry Potter.
Yes.
We want to know, with the Triwizard Tournament, speaking of goblets, gobbling goblets, would you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Am I
Not
of age?
that again.
Oh, we're of age, right? That's
Yes.
the hypothetical. We're
So
17.
if we were 17,
Okay.
because
I
me
drank some
now,
very good beer.
absolutely not now. I'm afraid of everything. My own mortality is very clear to me.
I don't know.
But at 17, maybe.
I don't know.
Just
yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have I would have done it, and then if I had gotten in, I would have been kind of upset.
Are
that it-
we
Mini
in
Maca!
There we go. Wow, that
There
was
we
a
go.
longer delay
Goblet.
than 15 seconds.
so much accent? Yeah. What is it, like a 4-minute delay? Jeez Louise.
Well, I mean, we can go on a terrible rant and they would have to cut it, wouldn't
That's
they?
true.
It's called a
Well,
buffer.
let's answer some hypotheticals about that because I like that question.
Great.
Yeah.
The question you said, Rachel, maybe, but you said
No, I
you
said
right now, no.
Right now, absolutely
Right.
not. Because I'm afraid of things.
Are we in Harry Potter's class? Are we in like Cedric Diggory's like
Yeah,
grade level?
yeah,
And
yeah.
and
I
all
am
of those
trying
students.
everything on Cedric Diggory, by the way. If Oliver Wood's now no longer at the school. What?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
so-
we were placing ourselves in it
No,
and I
yeah,
got
yeah,
carried
yeah.
away.
yeah.
So is that why you would put your name in as well?
So
'Cause you
Cedric would
suck.
notice me?
Yeah,
I would definitely be
I might.
into Fred. 100%.
Not George? Why not
interesting.
George? What's going on?
I don't know. I just always liked Fred more.
Is Cho
that's
Cho
so
Chang
twinnist.
Cedric's age?
They're
She is,
different
right?
people, Maud. They're not interchangeable.
That's true.
Well,
They-
spoilers.
Maud, what did you do? What did you do?
Nothing. But
You put your name in the goblet.
Listen, I actually had a big think about this, and I feel like the human world equivalent to this is like American Ninja Warrior or something like that, where it's a real test of your strength and your mind
Sure.
and physicality.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
a good point.
also, but it's your American Ninja Warrior. It could be that, or it could be like, I did
Certainly
this,
not a spelling bee.
I was thinking that, but
Mm-hmm.
I did this thing called Odyssey of the Mind when I was a kid. That
What?
would.
it's. I
Odyssey of the mind.
regret. just
Is this a,
saying anything?
Is this a Scientology thing? What is
No,
this?
it was no. It was.
you level
it
up?
was for kid. Like it was like a problem solve. It was for weird kids, and basically you like
Go on.
compete against other age groups by working on. You're given like a problem to solve and parameters
Got
within
it.
which to do it, and so you do like a skit, and you have to build your set, do the skit, break it down, and hit all these points,
Goodness,
and do
that
it
sounds
creatively
really
in like
tough.
10
That's
minutes.
awesome. I would be
Yeah.
a part of that.
Yeah, so that kind of feels like that where there is a physicality to it, but it's not purely physical because
it.
this you're using your mind and your magic
Mm-hmm.
and your wits to solve riddles and to figure out the best way to solve a problem. So it is physical, but I feel like there's a lot of mental there too.
So far they've been pretty physical, but using magical elements.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like at 17 I would have done it just as like a joke maybe
Yeah.
or
And let's be honest, the three of us, if we put our names in, we probably would not have been picked to be the champion of Hogwarts.
No.
Realistically.
no.
Realistically, because it was like Cedric was picked, which I
Cedric's
think
perfect.
that is.
Well, actually, now
is-
that maybe I would.
you would have been picked.
There's
I
a
feel
chance.
like Maud might have been picked.
I was asked to be
Really?
drama captain.
She's like a goal.
I'm sorry, you were the drama captain.
I was asked to be drama captain.
Oh, she turned him down.
I didn't like responsibility.
You're too cool for school.
No, I'm
Literally too cool.
petrified.
Oh,
Which
perfect.
is
For
probably,
literal
probably
school.
why. Which is why I wouldn't. Petrificus totalis.
What if someone put your name in? What if you're the Harry?
I'd
Can't
step
do
up
that.
to the challenge. Speaking of that, Harry has to compete in the tournament because it is legally binding. This
Yep.
is the loophole that's involved. No one knows who put his name in the goblet, though. Ron doesn't believe Harry, and we have their first fight.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
it breaks me. This is the feeling where Harry has absolute isolation. No matter where he's got Hermione, but Hermione's just not the same. But like knowing that even the house that supported him is against him, the Slytherins hate him more than ever. Externally, like Rita Skeeter is out for blood. So it's like no matter where he's
completely
turning.
isolated.
I
now.
And
think-
what a feeling of depression. And he's just
Yeah.
like going through the motions. But I feel like we've all had the equivalent of that at high
Yeah.
school.
Oh yeah.
It hit like,
In
oh
life.
God, that brought me right back.
I also
Yeah.
think
It's like, ouch.
he's really lucky to have Hermione. Like it kind of gets underplayed a little bit, where like you said, Maude, that like Harry thinks, oh, it's not the same. It's not the same because it's a different dynamic between Harry and Hermione versus Harry and Ron, obviously. But can you imagine if Hermione wasn't there? If it was just a friendship between like Ron Weasley and Harry Potter, and then Ron breaks off, and then Harry is for real isolated. Can you imagine? I feel like when you read stories like that, or you get to a story like that, that's like a supervillain origin almost. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that can really
can mess a person up.
It absolutely
Alone.
can. I know quite a few people who have had
Yeah.
falling outs with friends, and that has sort of, much like we've talked about many times with many books, your relationship with your family
Yep.
and things like that. But if your friends like all of a sudden ditch you
Yep.
or different things like that,
Depends
it
on if
can
you've
really
had that.
impact you. Your friends ditch you.
Friends ditched?
Yeah,
kind of.
I had to find a new group in the 10th grade because my group
They just
got
like
stolen from me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh.
That sucks. That's
Kids
drama.
are so mean. I was bullied and didn't have a lot of friends, and then the two friends that I did have left the school before high school,
That
so then I
sucks.
was by myself for a while.
I had a
so
friend
was
like that.
not
She
fun.
ate her lunch in the bathrooms and then went to the library. So what is the rule is, guys? Is to have more than one friend. Just
I
even
mean,
if it's
yeah.
one more.
I
Just
also,
one more.
it's a different kind of friendship, and I feel like up until now, like Harry and Ron are like two peas in a pod, even though Ron obviously is harboring some, I think, resentment about different things that
yeah.
he's.
The way Hermione breaks it down, it made perfect
Yeah,
sense.
she's
Totally.
so
Where
she's
he's like,
clever.
she's like, he has to deal with this at home. He has to deal with all these siblings that he is living
He's
in the shadow of.
competing and, yeah,
and
and
he's
now he's
never
doing it
mentioned
with
it
you.
with you, Harry, but then he becomes friends with the most famous boy ever.
Yeah.
It's like, that has to take an effect on him.
And at a certain point, it will impact you. But I do think that Hermione is, not, as we've discussed, not afraid to call them out on their shit.
Yeah.
She does.
And I think
kind of
that's
like,
a really valuable.
Yeah.
I say this as the person who usually does that in the friendship
same,
of like
yeah.
brutal honesty. But I think you need someone like that to kind of call you out and be like, "You're being dumb.
yeah,
Get it together."
yeah.
No, it was great.
But
I-
there, she didn't have to choose. She kind
No.
of was like
yeah.
not
That was
getting
good.
involved in a way
That's
as well.
true, but still sort of mediating both of them a
Yeah.
little bit. And yeah, man, if it wasn't for Hermione, I feel like, not that Harry is taking her for granted, but she's just such a
They
rock.
both take her for granted. in
Yes,
my
but she's
opinion.
such like a solid foundation that he's not even considering, like, what if Hermione also wasn't here? He's just like, great, Hermione's here, that's great, but Ron, my heart's
Well,
broken.
but that's like when people, I see this sometimes on Twitter, and people are like, "Hey, check on the strong friends in
Yep.
your life, because if you are the rock for a lot of people, it eventually can get really overwhelming." And I think it's interesting to see Hermione kind of.
Okay,
Just hit me.
it just hit you.
Yeah, no, it's hard.
We should
It's-
check
no
on The
one
Rock
asked,
too, because
"How's
he's
a
the
good
strongest of
girl?"
us all. And The Rock, that Dwayne Johnson works real hard. Can somebody check on The Rock? Is he okay?
I think he's doing
Dwayne.
okay.
He's doing good.
You
Dwayne,
good?
Oh my God, what if he burst into the room like the Kool-Aid Man? That would be so cool.
be great.
That'd
be great.
Wolfchild MDB also said Ron went through being completely alone. Hermione
He
took Harry's
turned
side.
to his brothers though.
Yeah, he does have
yeah.
his
And I thought
family
Hermione was still like talking to him
Yeah.
a little bit. So.
until the dance stuff.
Oh yeah.
But they were friends again then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it still is
But Ron
like
wasn't picking up on them signals, and I
Oh,
can relate to
Ron.
that, my friend. Ron, we've all been there, my friend. Why is she mad at me? Oh, I didn't pick up on those signals. I'm an idiot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Why is she mad?
That's so
I
cute.
don't know. I don't
my
want to go with some
gosh.
troll. Hermione's like, what? What do you mean? Oh, just some girl that hasn't been asked yet. A troll.
Aww,
And then Hermione runs off. It's like, Ron,
You
Ron.
friggin' dummy.
you're such good friends with Hermione that you forgot that she's a girl.
Although, like, she probably doesn't like that now. I mean, she doesn't, but that becomes. I feel like when you're a little bit older,
Yeah.
and you're a young woman, you kind of worry that you're like maybe some of your friends have ulterior motives or something like
Yep.
that, and then it's like, are they really my friend, or are they
Yep.
just like kind of waiting around
To date
hoping?
me?
Yeah.
To when I
Yeah.
turn 14 and they can ask me out? That's weird.
Yeah, it is, but it
Ugh.
happens, man.
Yeah, it
Sucks.
does.
But
And then
also-
also, like, feelings and stuff change too. That's weird too.
Everything at
everything
14 is
it's
bad.
it's the worst.
all bad.
It's the worst. Yeah.
Did you guys like school dances?
No, I never
Did you
went
have
to
any
one.
good school
I
didn't-
experiences?
No comment.
I never went to one school dance. I wasn't invited to one except for the senior prom I went to, and that's it.
My
I perfected my kissing technique at school dances.
Okay, well, you got to tell this story then, Ma. You can't just drop a nugget
that's
like
all.
that and not want to get into it.
You learned from some frogs.
There
some
was
chocolate
a
frogs.
lot of chocolate frogs.
Yeah.
There were no wand measurements between the bodies at the school
What? Is
dance.
that innuendo? What are you talking about?
No,
when
ruler
you-
sits,
yeah, like
it's
a
a
ruler,
ruler distance
yeah.
between.
Oh.
Just happened to have one that was a ruler.
Yeah, we had
thing,
that.
not phallic, not phallic.
So
there was no wand
good.
between.
That's
us.
what I was.
I know.
Unless there was.
To measure the distance. When
no,
I was
far more innocent for once.
Good, good.
Oh wow.
when I was 13 or 14, was the era of freak dancing.
What's
I
freak
remember that.
dancing? What's
It's
freak dancing?
basically
Yes.
rubbing up on each
Yes,
other.
it is.
It's terrible.
Yes, it is. It's the worst.
And I remember doing it too.
Savages.
Not
Animals.
doing it because
Yes.
I was too tall and
What do you
weird.
just
It was
rub your bodies on each
Yeah,
other?
you would just
Your
like
genitals
sway
specifically, yes.
and yeah, it
What,
was
just, oh my god, like
Grinding.
grinding. Yeah, it's just grinding.
Just like, Genuine's Pony, that song? Just like picture
Yeah.
that song playing and then like, how do you dance to that? Like that.
Yeah,
That's
very
freaking.
close.
How old were you?
That's
People?
freaking. Like
14?
12,
12 to
13.
14.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
no.
I mean,
No.
I didn't.
Bad times.
I was just like, oh,
I
that's
chalk
what
it
they're
up.
doing.
I chalk it up to my middle school and my middle school experience. The middle schoolers in that school thought that they were acting the way that they thought high schoolers were, so they were like awful and
Yeah.
super promiscuous and like
Yep.
getting caught behind the bleachers doing sex stuff and all
Yep.
this stuff that
At
I was just
14?
like,
At 14?
yeah, that
Yeah.
in like
No,
7th
I
and
wonder
8th
if
grade.
is that?
I'm such
I
a
want to
good
open this
girl.
up to the chat from where you're from.
Yeah.
Because we're both from Southern California.
Yes.
I'm
Middle
just
school is
curious
7th and
on
8th.
the geography.
No, that's way too young.
of-
I'm talking about being 15, 16.
Yeah.
14, 15.
That's 9th,
16.
10th, 11th, 12th, which was high school
No,
for
Yeah.
us.
12th was different.
And Game Wizard says Yule Ball was the biggest teen drama segment I've ever read.
Yes.
Harry gets a date, ignores date, goes wandering off. I find
Mm-hmm.
it weird that Harry spends more time trying to solve dark magic mysteries than care about the girl he arrived with.
I know, he was having
Honestly, that
such
makes
a-
sense to me.
Yeah.
But no. He was
What a
having
great
such a
analogy.
panic
Yes.
that he was going to get rejected, that he couldn't find anyone. He had this girl that stepped up and delivered, and he wasn't appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
That's typical.
let him.
It is
He
typical.
could have been a little bit more grateful about
Teenage
it.
boys and girls,
Yeah.
all the genders and
Yes.
all the
Young people.
all young people are kind of terrible.
So I didn't
Yes.
make it about the boys at all, apart from tonsil hockey. I and my best friends that left
Not
me
even?
the next year. I'm designed and sewed matching outfits for us all, so we all had like
that's so fun.
yeah, like
cute.
the same kind of. Oh my gosh, I got so creative. But you'd dress up in a way. You'd like try and look cool, but I would have like matching outfits for everyone. So yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
what I did.
I wore a Betsy for my.
And everyone tasted like garlic just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's all bad
What?
in that era. It's just,
Oh boy.
it's either
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, the grass is always greener because when I was a kid, I didn't have my first kiss until I was 16 turning 17. And it was with like my first high school girlfriend who then we dated into years into college. So it was
don't
like
know
it was
what
like a
that feels
5-year long relationship was my first relationship.
Wow,
So
I haven't not all of my relationships combined
Yep.
to this date is not even 5 years. Is that
I'm
the
one of
saddest
the-
thing
I'm
you've
one of
ever?
those.
yeah, so it's like
I'm currently at that point where I'm like, I am absolutely not
Yes.
dating anyone because
Yes.
I have done very long ones
Yeah,
back to
I'm
back.
so ready for the long
It's-
ones.
it's
And guess
mini
what?
marriages.
It's time because next will be marriage, and I'm ready. I hope.
next will be
happening?
marriage. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm ready for the long one.
Oh,
now.
great.
I'm
Okay,
the
good.
opposite.
All right, I'll let every dude in LA know. I'll let them know.
So everyone's
wouldn't do
saying
that.
Ray Black. I'm from Central Florida. It was gross at dances. Miami. Okay, that's 2 Floridas. We had a killer DJ. Some people were definitely grossed out. Southern California middle school is not as bad as you guys described. I mean, I'm sure
Freak dance.
it was hard to not find freak dancing. South Texas.
I didn't even know it had a name.
yeah.
It was yeah. I remember for some
Grinding.
reason.
you,
Honestly,
Steven.
I think it started in 5th grade.
That's not
Or
okay.
at least like the rumblings of
Because
it.
I remember
Talking about
seeing
it,
it
yeah.
happening
Yeah.
to
Teacher.
Look at what's happening in
The
Rachel's
off-
mind right now.
the
Look at
Offspring's Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Yep. A classic.
And I can
A classic.
Give it to me,
And I
baby.
remember
Uh-huh,
being like,
uh-huh.
what's happening? I'm just so much taller than everyone. And
Were they bumping
When
and
did-
grinding your calf muscle?
oh, I did not participate.
Rachel, can I ask, because I know of a lot of kids when they hit their growth spurts, especially between like girls and boys that are different. When did you hit your growth spurts?
Around like
Early.
4th or 5th grade. I
yeah.
started growing.
So you were already taller than everybody at 4th or 5th
and
grade.
then
and
yeah,
then
there's
people
a
caught
picture
up
of
to you.
me and at one of my birthdays around that time, and I'm already a head taller than everyone. And then the summer before 9th grade, or 8th and 9th grade, I grew 5 inches in one summer.
What? That happens?
And it hurt, right?
It hurt so fucking
Yeah.
bad.
Yep.
Oh, shin
Maud,
splints.
when did you hit your growth spurts?
I was the same. I was taller than all the girls
Yeah.
that hit puberty early.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh
why
yeah,
do
that
we
didn't
still look
include
different?
puberty. It was just being tall.
No,
Yep.
that's what I had.
Yep.
I was just real tall. And then
None
they
of
stopped.
the good. Well,
No, I hear.
yeah.
I hear you loud. and
I
clear.
beat you.
There we go. Oh, well, I'll catch up. I
And
remember
then-
too, like in 6th grade, that there was like a really tall girl who then, like a couple years later, she wasn't really in my social circles or whatever. A couple years later, when I would see her in high school, I was like taller than her. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, she's
Look at
not
that.
growing.
Well, that's
Look at that.
usually what happens.
16.
but everybody just caught up to you guys. That's all that happened, right?
No, they didn't.
No?
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. Hey, short dudes are cool too. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I also really want to talk about all the trials because the
Hold on,
thing,
really quickly on the Yuletide.
Oh, we'll keep talking about that too, but
This year, there was a Hermione had a "She's All That" moment.
yes.
Can
oh
we
my
talk
God.
about that?
Which moment? What moment?
Ugly
When you
girl all
walk-
of a sudden
yeah,
becomes
walked-
fun.
It's like, oh my God, she.
Oh, yeah.
It's the glasses, except it's her bushy hair.
She's all that.
Her teeth too,
the
right?
same as the princess.
She's
the
all
Princess
that.
Diaries.
Yeah. Well, it's an iconic high school movie trope.
Yep.
of
Yeah, it is.
And they're great.
I didn't hate it. I found satisfaction.
Oh,
with
I
it.
loved it because I always loved Hermione, and I
Ooh.
thought she was awesome, and they did not appreciate her.
Ooh.
And even that's a movie port. And even before that happened.
You know, you're sharing the rest of between the rest of us, right?
Yes, I am. I forgot.
Wait, I also
Aw.
really want to
I'll try one of those.
have some of
Okay.
these.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
But even before that scene happened in the book.
Can we do 2 hours?
2
hours
No
tonight?
kidding. Can we do an
No.
hour and a half? I'm
Grab a
good.
second bottle.
I can go till 7:30. I have to be somewhere at 8, but I can go till 7:30. That's all I'm saying. If you alpha members want to, pressure the
Yeah, we'll turn all the
team.
equipment off, guys, if everyone else wants
Everyone's
to go.
so mad because everyone's like,
Yeah, we'll just
Hector,
keep-
we
that's
just
what
want
we
to
do,
go
though.
home
We
at
just
7,
keep-
you asshole. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
hey, I'm working until 11.
So I
We
have,
just keep going.
I've had the SADs the last 2 weeks, and I have
Had the
eaten
SADs?
so many boxes of jelly beans. Like in
Jelly
one-
beans is your sad food?
Yes.
Dude, you lucky. My sad
Yeah,
food's just like
no.
cheeseburgers and ice cream. Like,
Mine is ice cream and any kind of pasta with a
Yeah.
lot of cheese in there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just, just
I'm like, I guess I'll just
buffalo
order a pizza.
mozzarella. Just
Mm.
a little olive oil, salt, and pepper.
I guess
if
I'll
I
just
I
go get
can't buy it
In
and
anymore.
out,
Okay, I'm
I know.
gonna try one of these.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. Show me the color, and I'm guessing what it is. Marshmallow.
boogers.
marshmallow.
I'll think they're
I'm
all
taking
boogers.
a
Buttered
couple.
popcorn.
I
or-
forget,
Look
guys.
at that combo.
Remind me where it happened in the book because I think.
How
Oh,
did you know?
Marshmallow? Because I know my jelly beans. I just told you how addicted I
I never
am.
have jelly beans.
All
But that
right.
was
What's
really
this?
good.
Pink grapefruit. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Or lemonade.
Pink, no bit. Pink lemonade. What do you reckon?
I think it's pink grapefruit.
What the?
My God, you're like Rod Kimball from Hot Rod. That's amazing. Wow. Psych,
Ooh,
berry cherry.
People are actually very excited. We are not going to make our lovely, lovely producers and production crew stay. till
Yeah, they all got
7:30.
real mad at us.
No,
you
no,
guys.
we won't. We won't do that. But
Sorry, we're still friends.
but keep tweeting at us, and hopefully we'll keep doing meetups and stuff at different events and things like that. But I really want Harry Potter Day when we finish all the books.
Back in
But-
the day, Lee in the chat used to be like, "Yeah, let's go to 7:30." Now Lee's like,
no.
I'm trying to go home."
Oh, go.
What'd you get?
Dirt. 100% dirt.
Just eat it, man.
Garden.
Come on.
Nah. Tastes like slugs in a garden.
It's got to be non-toxic.
How do you know?
Hand me that box.
Get
get
the
it
red
from-
one with the.
Let me get it them
Everyone's
jelly beans.
making me hungry now.
Get the red one
It
with the
was-
Chicken
speckles on it.
Alfredo pasta with shredded provolone. That sounds great.
It was Rita Skeeter who mentioned to Harry that Hermione was like unusually attractive or something. Like
Yeah.
Rita already set it up.
Percy Parkinson was a bitch about it.
I know.
Percy Parkinson
I know.
doesn't know
That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
bring up last week when I read ahead, and she was like, "Not her." And also the fact that Hermione is being a rock for people when she's basically being slut shamed in the frickin' wizarding
Thank you. Yeah.
newspaper.
She
Messed
was
up, man.
being a possession. She was being made a possession.
Yeah.
She wasn't slut shaming.
But like, there's a little bit. There's
Slut shaming is saying that she's promiscuous and having sex.
okay, maybe not slut shaming, but implying that her relationships are not what
She was
they
drawn
are. and-
into drama.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a difference. She's just collateral damage.
yeah. I don't know.
I think I got earwax.
I say it's slut shaming.
No,
'cause
I
I'm
feel
angry.
No, I feel like and maybe it's me remembering from
Do you want to try it?
a later book
No.
that
God, that's gross.
Yeah.
that the sort of the
smell
implied
it?
the implied
Smell it.
language. Yeah.
Smells like dirt.
Ew.
Grass. It's not that
Was
Is that grass?
was
Why is pink
judgmental?
and speckled pink? I'm angry. Why is speckled red grass? That's just
Oh, that's
that's
weird.
deceptive.
Which Triwizard contestant would you all most want to dance with? The options are Harry Potter, clearly not a great date, Victor Crumb,
bad. Nope.
Cedric Diggory, or
Nope.
Fleur de la Cour.
I guess Floor.
Cedric!
Cedric.
Nah, Cedric's a dick.
Ah! Well, to be
Fleur-
fair, you can't spell Cedric without Dick.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
But that's the only way. That's it. That's
Or
all
Diggory without dig. Whatever.
Okay.
Dick.
Oh, guys, bubblegum. She's back.
Watermelon.
Oh, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's for sure Pepper. Oh, yeah. Do it. Do it. I had grass.
I had earwax, like
Alas.
Dumbledore.
Yeah,
say
it's
a lot?
Pepper.
Alas, earwax. Richard Harris.
Oh my God. You're 0.000032 points ahead of me.
Why
And
have I got?
Hector?
Hold on. What happened in the chat for me to earn 0.000032 points?
Well done, whatever it was. You guys are crushing me with those point totals.
Yeah, why
Eh,
do
whatever.
why give some points to Hector?
No, it's fine. You don't do that.
This one tastes like rosemary, and I'm about it.
Ooh, I like that. I can't handle this. Do we
I kind
do
of
you
don't like
have me a
any of the
napkin?
school champions. I think they're all kind of jerks a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Other than Harry.
Well, because
I'd
they're
dance with
like,
Harry.
I feel like they're the like
can you dance with
popular,
yourself?
successful kids,
And they're being groomed by the headmasters of their
Yeah.
school, and it's like, that's
Fleur's
weird.
a dick.
Yeah.
She needs to calm down.
Yeah,
with
they all need
whatever-
to calm down.
so heavy.
With whatever her little like pheromone power is, it's like, that's weird.
It's yeah.
She's been laying it on Cedric. This is why
Uh-huh.
he's a good guy. She's been laying it on thick with Cedric, trying to win a bit of a clue or whatever. He's into Cho, and he's just he's politely
That's
rejecting.
nice. That's nice. But I still
That's
think
not a dick move.
we don't know that
Cedric-
much about Cedric because it's all from the perspective of Harry.
Yeah.
And
But we do know that he repays the favor.
he does apparently, and that's all just
I
Harry's
feel like-
interpretation. We don't even know that for sure. Because after Harry like wins against the dragon, which was awesome by the way, and is the only scene so far, not that I'm complaining, I'm not, but the only scene so far in the book, the only sequence in the book that takes as long to read it as it does to listen to the score from the film when he fights the dragon. Everything else, I'm repeating the songs like the Rita
Yeah,
Skeeter
because-
song.
because
because
that's
this
not
yeah,
how
exactly, because
books
it's
work.
exactly that's not how books work. But you know what's funny? The Hobbit scores actually do line up with the book perfectly because the book is only the book and there's 3 Hobbit movies and 3 Hobbit scores, so you listen to each track once as you read pretty briskly through that Hobbit book. We should read the Hobbit. But my point is that we didn't know that Cedric did that because Harry took down the dragon or defeated the dragon for that first round, and afterwards he noticed that Hufflepuff was nicer to him. Now, could have been Cedric, but it also could have been Hufflepuff just seeing this kid almost die, and they're like, wait a minute, Harry didn't put it, oh, cool, go Harry.
No,
so,
but he gave. Did I read ahead again?
I don't know.
Egg.
No, the egg?
28.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
So he
All right.
did actually. Okay,
I'll give you that.
He did
I just
help
don't
him.
like attractive people, guys.
Sure, that's
Ah,
I'm just biased
The worst.
against attractive people.
ah,
fair. The worst.
that's glass. That's a different color.
Guas. Ew.
Give it.
Ah, oh, it kind of tastes like
thanks,
pine.
Why do kids eat this shit? This is the worst
Adam
thing
T
ever.
says he repays the favor, but it doesn't.
What is it? Poop? What is it?
Like salmon flavor.
It's just salmon. Relax.
Why
It's
did you
just-
get such bad
Give me the
luck?
rest of those. Come on, you guys.
Drink your wine. Have
I
some
got-
chocolate. You'll feel better.
Yeah, have some chocolate.
To help me.
Listen to Professor Lupin. Oh God. Maud, you're the
Made a
best.
huge
Fun.
mistake.
I feel
What
like
is that
I feel like
flavor?
I
That's
feel like
just mank.
I want to quote Peter Griffin from Family Guy. I want to say,
Smell that.
gross.
That's vomit flavor.
gross. That's
Smell
vomit
it.
flavor. I'm not gonna.
it.
That came out of your
Smell
mouth.
it.
I'll smell it.
All right, I'll smell it. Bring it over. Bring it over. Hold it. Hold. Ooh. Ooh.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
Guys, you might throw up on the show. Maud, are you gonna throw up?
No.
You
No,
sure?
shh, shh, shh.
Because
We
if
need
you
to
spew,
change
I'm gonna
this-
blow chunks.
I know. we
Hey,
need
speaking
to.
of spew.
And if you blow chunks,
Hermione's
yeah. Speaking of, speaking of
Wait,
spew.
wait. No, stop. Really, stop. Stop,
There has to
Hector.
be vomit
Stop
flavor.
it.
Listen, I have a younger sister. I love having this power. I love
I
having
have
this
3 brothers. Don't fucking do that.
Don't.
That's a Jim Carrey one. I
It
even
is.
recognized
It's
it.
dumb. It's
That's
Dumb and Dumber. He
amazing.
pulls the hat
It
down and he
is.
just goes.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's
Hector.
the best. It's the best
I
thing
did
ever.
Hector.
It's so good. It's just a dry heave. He doesn't even do it.
I know, but it works on me. I
It
don't
does.
like it
It's
at
so
all.
good.
Okay. But you know
All
what I
right.
do like is the puzzles.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
segue.
And the
Centuries.
riddles. I love the riddles.
What a
in this.
great
That's
segue.
why I like
What a
these,
great segue.
because
But you know what I do like?
I love that he can't figure it out. And you have this sort of, and I really like how they do it in the movie with the sort of singing underwater. And
That's
I also
cool.
really like, I don't think we've
What about Naked Harry?
Oh yeah, I'm into that.
I mean,
Moaning Myrtle's such a little perv.
Yeah, but isn't she like
hey, let's
400
be
or something?
sex positive. She's trapped as a teenage girl,
That's what I'm
ghost
saying.
forever.
No.
She's Claudia.
Speaking of which, did you see? I know you follow Devin Sawa on Twitter.
Yes.
Did you see that he tweeted? He
I-
thanked J.J. Abrams because like 20, 30 years ago, he said a young J.J. Abrams was hired to rewrite the ending of a movie. He wrote it, and then all of a sudden, a casting notice went out,
Casper.
and he threw in his audition tape, and he got cast in the role of human Casper. I guess that was a rewrite from J.J. Abrams.
Oh,
So
man,
he
I
said,
didn't know it was
so,
J.J.
yeah,
Abrams,
neither
but
did
that
I.
is an iconic
So he goes,
scene.
"Thank you, J.J.
Can I
I've been."
keep you?
He goes, "I've been working ever
Very
since." And
big
then right
deal.
under that, Macaulay Culkin tweeted a picture of Casper next to Richie Rich, the cartoons. That's all he tweeted because the urban legend,
Yeah.
the joke is that Casper is the ghost of Richie Rich because they
Yeah.
look the same.
Oh, that's
and Macaulay Culkin played Richie Rich in the Richie Rich
Yes.
movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I thought that shit was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Yeah, he he actually followed me, and I
Macaulay?
no Devin
Devin?
Sawa, and I freaked out. But then I answered a
Girl,
question
slide in
of
them
his.
DMs, girl.
No,
Okay.
but I answered a question about what movie would you, if you were on a blind date
Mm-hmm.
and someone said their favorite movie was blank, what's the movie that would make you walk out?
Good question.
And I
Have
was
you come
during
across
the heat wave, and I had fallen asleep on my couch that I had moved in front of my air conditioner, and I woke up at like 4 a.m. and was like, haha, Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah,
Fell back asleep, woke up.
I saw that. What happened? Did the internet hate you for it?
Yeah, I got a lot of fun
Well, because you had an opinion.
messages.
Mm-hmm.
No, all I said was a Zack Snyder movie. What I didn't complete the thought was, because then I would think that maybe they hate women. Just said Zack Snyder movie, and I got this SJW with her glasses and bangs and her cats, and I was like, yeah. I'm all of those things. Social justice warrior is possible.
Oh, I thought it was some jesty witch.
I would also like that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I really, okay, back to the book. I love the
Dang
riddles.
wizard. Myrtle's over 60, 70 years old and gets to see young boys take a bath. Girl be thirsty, but she can't take it.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's the thing.
know.
Is she's stuck as a teenage girl. If you don't get to evolve past that,
Dude, like in
Then I-
True Blood, where she gets turned as a
yes.
virgin.
Oh my God. And Claudia too is
Yeah.
aging mentally and emotionally, but not physically.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
That's-
in the Invincible comic book Monster Girl, she's regressing in age.
Ooh, no.
And that's a
Benjamin Buttoning?
good curse. Yeah, kind of Benjamin Buttoning. Yeah, great storyline.
So I get, but it's funny because Moaning Myrtle in the movies is played by an
Like a
actress who's
40-year-old?
like
Yeah.
40 from the Bridget Jones.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's great.
She is great. I thought about
when she talks,
dressing like
actually.
her. Yeah. Like, ooh, that was good.
Thank you.
But I love that she comes back. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this book for future things that are going to come up.
Yes, I really
and-
like that. Like
and there's a
1,
lot
2,
of
3,
callbacks.
Grass.
The room. Yeah, it's not good. What color is it though? Show
Which
me.
Grass? Ew.
That's a different color again.
What is it, brown?
Ooh, they tricked
it's
you.
like dirt, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still a garden. It's a slug or grass
It's
or.
kind of amazing how they get that.
Oh, it's just
Ooh,
not okay.
that'd be
huh?
fun. These
What
challenges.
laboratory do you have to get into to extract the grass
I hate it.
taste? Yeah,
No.
that's kind of fascinating though.
It was upsetting. Thrash Odin, our pal, who framed our Alpha Book Club.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Art from Comic-Con.
Thank you so much, Thrash Odin.
So awesome.
Vitascope on Insta if you want to check it out.
These challenges make me want to do a Harry Potter escape room, which is a thing, I think, here.
maybe.
Has to be.
Yeah, it has to be. I don't like us. It's funny because I do like riddles and puzzles, but I don't like escape. I don't like them with other people.
Do you know? Do you have the same thing that I have? You immediately see who's in it to win it and who's not at all, and who's
Yep.
smart and who's not, and I get
Yep.
real frustrated at people that aren't on my page real quick and don't.
Yeah,
have
where
the
they're
seriously
like, oh,
I
I'm
do."
going to crack a joke about. Well, it's twofold. It's A, people who don't care enough, and B, people who are going to
They're dead weight.
Or no, but then there are people who are so intense, and you're trying your
that's not
best,
fun.
and then they attack. They're like too
Yeah.
into it. You have to
think
find that
I'm
middle
that
ground of you
person.
want
think
to
so, too.
solve it.
Yeah.
But because we're friends, I would allow it and be into it.
Yeah, I
If we
have.
did
I
an
mean, one
escape
of my
room.
good friends.
We're
I went
already
to his
friends, so
bachelor
you're
party.
forgiven. But like, if I had
If
never
you're not
met
taking
you,
this seriously, then sit in the corner.
yeah, if I had never met you and we showed up and we did like laser
Oh,
tag
yeah.
together, I'd be like, who's this?
Oh,
this
I'm
mod
up the
person
front
is the
with,
yeah,
like-
Oh yeah, I squat down in laser tag. We should
Yeah.
do laser tag.
I'm too tall for laser tag. There's too much to hit.
Go to Chuck E. Cheese.
No, laser tag. Ultrazone in Sherman Oaks. I've
If
been
you
going
see the
for
pink one,
20
I'll take the pink one.
years. Since I was a baby.
You're in
Why
the zone.
are you guys still eating?
Ultrazone. Huh? Because sometimes they're good.
Oh God.
And when they're good, they're very, very good. But when they are bad, they are horrid.
This is real bad. I just realized this is my dinner.
What's that from?
Oh, it's
it's
a nursery rhyme.
Okay. What about how do you feel about the house elves, Hector? I almost called you Harry.
Yeah,
'Cause
basically,
you
same
are
thing.
Harry. You're Ron.
I really like
I
this
love
section.
Ron asking Fleur.
Yeah, that's great.
I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Why did I even do
was
that?
Yeah.
I thinking?
I've never been there,
That-
but relatable.
Oh yeah, that that just the moment where I was like, oh, if I had spent a little bit more time on this, I'd realize it was such a bad idea.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm gonna do this thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, like the Vila, I feel like it's not in his control. Do you have something you want to read?
No, I was going to say the House Elf Liberation Front was a great chapter. I was really happy. I know that last week, first of all, just my overall thoughts on this section
Yeah.
are two. Number one, I still feel as if it is taking the same sort of pacing as I felt when as we've been reading the book up to this point. But number two, I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah.
For some reason, this section, as much time as it was taking, sort of just like with each scene, I loved every single scene.
Oh, good.
And
That's great.
I thought that I'm like, man, JK's really, really good. She knows exactly what she's doing. I just had a great time. But the chapter with the Elf Liberation Front instead of Spew, when they go down into the kitchen, I really liked it because I felt like it was having your cake and eating it too. It was JK Rowling, JK Rowling saying, I know that I introduced a thing that is pretty messed up, but if I undo it, it'll kind of break my world.
Yeah.
But the most I'm going to give you is that Dobby, the house elf, does want freedom. He did want to get paid. He does have some understanding of how the world works outside of him being a house elf.
He's surpassed the system
Yes,
with
a little
with-
bit. And then she
yeah.
still sort of pulled it back and made it a joke where he was like, Dumbledore wanted to give me weekends off and
10 gallons
10
a week.
gallons. And I talked him down. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
okay.
we didn't
Yes.
touch into this last week because we were talking about
Yeah.
sort of the real life parallels,
Yes.
especially in American culture and sort of that cultural divide. But what I also feel like is it's an abusive relationship where this, much like
Clearly.
Harry, where
Clearly.
how he was growing up, but when you are told that you're nothing and treated like that, then of course that doesn't just go away the second that you get out of that. And that's
But
true of domestic violence, emotional abuse,
Yes.
all of these kinds of things where
Yeah.
it's not like that mentality, if that's
You can't
happening
just-
to you, you don't turn
exactly.
it off.
It's
You have to
ingrained.
learn how
I
to
do-
Yeah.
cope with it.
I thought it was a bit odd though, where Dobby is going, I'm so happy, I'm asking for this and I'm getting it and I'm knitting scarves and it makes me happy. And then all of them are being like, hush, don't even talk about
Yeah.
that. And they're all disgusted at him. I kind of wish that they saw that liberation. They saw the consequence of what he asked for. They saw how happy it made him. There was just a little bit more support. The fact that this is the thing
yes.
as well
Just
where it's
one
like,
versus a huge group
Right.
too.
but at the same, yeah, and
Mob mentality and
100%.
and
But this is the
things
thing
that are
again where it's
different.
like Hermione is fighting for a change that's not necessarily wanted. She can fight for Dobby, and I think that's great. If she wants to be an advocate for Dobby because
For
this is his newfound
specifically
thing.
Dobby.
Yes, because
And-
he's the one that wants
And
it.
I think it was interesting as they were
for
leaving.
2 years he travelled around the world trying
Yeah.
to get work. Where were you then, Hermione?
Yeah. And as they were leaving, Hermione said, because Ron called them out on that same thing where they were like, but Winky seems pretty miserable. Because again, Winky reads even more like an abusive
Oh, yeah.
relationship. Somebody recovering where she's like, have you seen my master? My master
Yeah,
said this, my master
yeah.
said that. And they're like, dude, he's moved on. They're like, he's fine. And Winky's
Yeah.
like devastated.
that is
Not looking
100%.
after
Exactly.
herself,
So as they
yeah.
were leaving, Hermione was trying to rationalize that, and she's like, "Well, maybe Winky will still see eventually where Dobby is now. Like maybe still
Yeah, no,
she
I
will
think-
still see it then."
I think that there's
Yeah.
potential there. I think that, there's a lot of conversation about abuse in general, and people, going back to, and that's part of the kind of being brainwashed, basically.
It is.
Gaslighting has become a term that people are way more familiar with now, but it is something that's happened for a long time.
For all of human history.
If you are told something enough and you are not in the position of power, and there's many factors, but you start to believe that. But with time and people who are pushing you, even when you don't want to be pushed, you can maybe get out of it.
I was just really happy with how that scene sort of played out because it all made sense, and it was still J.K. Rowling acknowledging the sort of inequality, acknowledging bowling, the inequality that is sort of set up in the world. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that storyline again, how that B plot plays out.
Well, the big nugget there was the fact that Dobby, being free, no longer has to keep his family secrets.
Yes, and I could tell they're asking Winky. They're like, "Can you tell us some?" And she's like, "No, I gotta keep it secret."
Yeah,
and even Dobby, as Jabba Book Geek Girl says here, the mentality is, Dobby still starts punishing himself when he's talking bad about the Malfoys.
And Harry had
hard
to
change that mental,
it's
physical habits and mentality.
Thank you, Harry. Thanks, Harry, because
it's
he was
a pattern. It's a toxic pattern. But yes, DJ Crumb.
DJ Crumrine
agrees that she's white knighting.
Yeah.
She's right about how weird and racist Wizard Society is, but she's being ethnocentric by judging Wizard Society through a Muggle lens. It's a very cool characteristic
what
of
an
Hermione.
intelligent
Very
thing to
thoughtful.
say. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're 14, so
Rewind.
they're learning. And
I think DeMarco Draws has a great question.
Yes.
Wait, are we arguing for slavery if people are happy as slaves? Here's the thing I wanted to bring up. As an American, which I think is really interesting, I have no idea if J.K. Rowling attempted this on purpose. But knowing who she is and how smart she is, I would assume yes. But even the term house elf makes me think of house slave, which in American history was the notion of slave owners, plantation owners that would own slaves, own Africans, own black people, that some of them would be nice enough, good enough, conditioned enough, trained enough to live and work in the house. And even there was a status there. And if you guys have seen Django Unchained is a good example of a recent Quentin Tarantino. It's sensational, but Leonardo DiCaprio is a slave owner, and Samuel L. Jackson plays a character who he is a slave, but is still like in love with Leonardo DiCaprio, like treats him like he kind of raised him because he kind of did. And when Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets killed, even though he's an evil man, he still weeps for him. And all of these things are like true. They actually did occur when slavery was a thing. So I think DeMarco Draws the thing that we're sort of bringing the attention to is like, it's kind of accurate that house elves, whatever their awareness is, still have this mentality, a lot of them, of you're in an abusive relationship. You are somebody who is a second-class citizen, and you're happy with how everything is because you might not be aware of other things. And so it's kind of tricky because it's like J.K. is creating a mythical race, completely separate. It's like a completely magical thing, but there's parallels there.
The nomenclature has that parallel, and it's also as we start recontextualizing American history, and we learn that many of the history books have a very glossy perspective on things.
That's true.
Thomas Jefferson, and you're like,
the hundreds of years of slavery led to another 100 or so years of institutionalized racism, where a lot of people have drawn parallels recently to like slavery, to like the prison industrial complex. It's like, oh, okay, so there's a lot of those.
It's still it's still a huge problem.
In the same way, when you're in an abusive relationship, you can't just do this.
Yeah.
America as a country
it's a system.
Didn't just do this and go, oh, okay, we think everyone's equal now. No.
Well, it's similar. If we're looking at even just politics and I won't get too deep into it, but the Electoral College and two-party system and all of these things, and people who are pitching like, let's do away with it, and it's like, that would be awesome, but how do you even do, because it's so much bigger than you, and it's so socially ingrained. I was talking to someone about language and linguistics and the way that certain like more feminine terms have a negative connotation versus the masculine ones and things like that, and it's like, that's so part of society that people don't even notice.
It's true.
What they're saying or what they're doing.
I've just realized the book equivalent of it, though, because I was here going, even Dobby, who was fighting for his freedom, didn't want too much of it. And I was just like, I'm trying to understand this. And then I came down to the fact that House elves are not allowed to hold wands. That is a basic human right, and that has been denied
Voting.
for house elves.
Yeah.
And that is the equivalent, and that's where I'm getting wrong, because they are more defenseless. You know, they hold secrets, they have their own magic, you know, where
Yeah,
they can
that's
pop and
true.
appear to help their masters.
That's true.
So they actually have incredible abilities, but by taking away the wand, you
Which
take
is
away
like a basic wizard right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
do take away that power
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah, that
Gotcha.
power
I'm on
dynamic
it.
is different.
That makes more sense to me now.
Cordially Kiwi, which I agree with, says, I can't wait till we meet Creature and can add him to this elf discussion. Totally agree.
Who's
Thierry says
that?
Hermione.
Is that a movie? Is that a movie character?
This is
Creature.
sick. You know, you keep in touch.
Oh, this is sick, bro.
He's in it a little. The movie's a little bit, but not as much as he should be.
Creature
Game
doesn't
Wizard.
like
There's a great
anybody.
conversation happening. DeMarco Draw says there's a deeper conversation about this in Filipino culture. There was a really
Ooh.
devastating article a couple years ago, I believe, about something like that. I'll find the link and tweet. Yes, Purple Jester, the Atlantic article.
Oh, wow.
It's a very
Wow.
it's a powerful
With
powerful
the
article.
family.
And
Dang.
y'all,
That's not a
this
job.
is-
That's a
This is why
life overhaul.
I fucking love book club. Excuse me for cursing, but the fact that we can be talking about school dances and then institutionalized racism
So
in America.
Immortal Amazon. Aha! Something that I finally understand about American history. Until America even recognizes it is A, stolen land, B, mostly built on the blood,
Yes.
backs, and bodies of Indigenous people, none of that will be recognized. That is
100%.
absolutely 100% applicable to Australia.
Yeah.
Ha-ha!
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely true, and it's.
That's
I could
the
go
thing
on
that
and on about the
United States
conversation
and
happening
Australia have
now,
in
where it's
common.
like
Yep.
That's what happened.
It's not yours, but
We didn't enslave the people. We just made sure that they could not flourish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then stole their children and brought them up in white families. Whole other story. Whole other story.
No,
Yeah, we
it's
got some
fucked.
dirt on our hands.
Humans are capable of much
Well-
good and much evil, and
When-
it's a choice.
Yeah. When
But
I was
the-
a kid, my mom, who's a Mexican immigrant, I was born in the United States, she made it a point to tell me that because it's very common when you're raised in the U.S. or raised in Australia
I'm the immigrant here.
to say,
Thank you.
That's true, you are. But my mom pointed out it's very common to say, we did this, we did that. It's almost like sports team mentality.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
oh,
for
we
sure.
beat you guys at the
No,
Super
yeah.
Bowl. We did.
Yep.
No. She made sure, she goes, whenever you talk about American history, you go, the United States did this. Because she's like, you weren't there. So you had nothing to do with it, Maude.
That's an Australian mentality as
It is,
well.
of course.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's
with,
a
you know, all
nationalist
of Americans'
mentality,
problems
which-
and America's history.
Yes.
It's like, as an Australian,
Right.
That's how I feel as a
America's problem.
Californian. I'm like, I didn't have anything to do with that.
I don't know. Yeah.
but
I'll
is that,
take-
is that us kind of
I'll,
like...
I'll
not-
take credit for anything that happened in California after the year 1987, the year I was born. I'll take credit for that.
Oh,
But anything before that,
1997, yeah.
I'm like, 1997.
Yeah, right.
Before that, I'm like, the U.S. did this, the U.S. did that.
Yeah.
What a great
That's-
thing,
that
that
is a-
disassociation. But at the same time, like, you know, you do have to go back, heal that to be able to move
Yes.
forward. And that's the hard
Agreed.
part. Are we going to move back or
And
are we going to move
address it.
forward?
Well, and that's why I think,
We're getting
and
deep.
I know, and we'll definitely dig into it when we get close to November because Fantastic Beasts is coming out. But one of the reasons that people, myself included, are so frustrated with
Yeah.
what's going on with the Fantastic Beasts series, which I watched the trailer and I was like, man,
Good trailer.
if Johnny Depp wasn't
Yep.
in this,
Yep.
I would be so excited.
It looks
for
like a
this
step up
movie.
from the last movie.
But the thing is, yeah, it's much more in the world, and you know, I think it
Sorry,
understands.
but James Gunn
why-
gets fired from Guardians, but we've still got Johnny Depp in a movie.
well,
what I'm saying.
and the idea that someone whose characters and stories talk about systemic racism and abuse and all of these amazing things, and then that's what's happening. I think that really explains why so many Harry Potter fans were so crushed, and the fact that at Comic-Con that she had to go on stage after him
yeah.
was like,
Yep. A kick in the dick, I like to call it.
yep.
To get things back on track, we are running a little bit out of time. So
Oh.
we've got Sirius coming back to Hogsmeade super briefly to talk to Harry as, what's his Snuffles? What's his name again? How have I forgotten it?
It's
Snuffles.
It is
yeah.
Snuffles. Great.
I also like Sirius in the fireplace scene before that,
Oh,
before
I
the
love
dragon.
how
Yeah, I
the movie
love
did
that
that.
too.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
cool.
the movie
Loved
did-
how the moving
Yeah.
coals.
Yeah.
I thought that was really great. And do we want to cover anything before that little chunk in the script, or are we good to just bow out? There it is. I'm just going to punch through it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Well, there's a
I'm
lot.
going to read this real fast,
Go.
Stephen. Are you ready?
Here's what happened.
Harry learns that Buddy Crouch is missing and Ludo Bagman offers to help him cheat. Now, the second task, Harry learns from opening the egg underwater that mer people will take something from him. It ends up being Ron. Dobby brings Harry gillyweed to breathe underwater. Now, Harry also saves Fleur Delacour's sister. Do you really think that these tasks highlight Harry's character?
Yep.
That's a big yes.
Absolutely.
Great. Now, serious, we already did that. We've got some characters in there. Let's just skip past that too. Great. Now, your homework. Finish the dang book.
So how many finish? So I'm not going to be here.
Oh,
I'm not
I'm
gonna be
going on vacation.
yay,
Oh, I'm
good.
here next week. I'm just not
But
going
I
to
would
be here
like
at the end of...
I'm trying to figure out what the time difference would be.
I
But
tried
if
to do
I
that when I was in Paris and
If
it was
I
like
can
3:20 in the
Skype
morning,
it, totally
3 o'clock in the
will.
morning.
But
dude.
otherwise, I'll be on.
Even if
I
you're
wanna
real
watch
sleepy,
the movie.
even if you're real sleepy and
I
it's 3 in
get
the morning
in
and you're
on
like on the
Tuesday
side,
night,
you're
so
like,
I'm definitely going to be
hey.
jet lagged.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to Hamburg first.
I'm sorry, say it properly, please. Hamburg.
Hamburg,
Hamburg?
Germany
Hamburger?
to visit.
Hamburger?
And I will be
Hamburger?
coming back with a new tattoo.
What are you going to
What?
get?
I'm getting a matching tattoo with my soulmate and best friend
Oh,
Jessica,
what do we get?
who you've met.
I don't think I met Jessica.
No, because you didn't come to Cinespia when we did Princess Bride.
I
She
think I
was
had a
in
good
town,
reason for that. I think I
Taiwan.
had a
barely
good reason for
remember
that.
that. I had far too much wine.
Yeah, me too. But it's her 30th birthday next week, so I'm going to Hamburg where she
Do you
lives.
know what the tattoo's going to be?
I do.
Do you not
Yeah,
want to
sure.
reveal it?
I'll reveal it. It's
Just for Alpha Book Club exclusive.
it's similar to these. So it's a compass pointing true north because we are each other's true north.
And Golden Compass.
Dude, and you called your cat?
Compass.
Pan.
Pan.
To Lyman.
Pan to
Pan to
Lyman.
But yeah, Hamburg and
circle,
then
like a
a week
compass.
in Nice with
Oh my
cheese
gosh.
and wine.
I've just been to Nice. I'll give you recommendations. Fantastic. Don't forget, we are also on Goodreads. Just search Alpha Book Club. Crumb discuss some books with
DJ
us.
Crumb.
If you're interested in joining us via Skype, you're going to have to fight Rachel to the death. That is the third challenge,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Yeah.
Skyping. Who's
You
in?
will win. I'm so sleepy.
So there you
I'll just take a
go.
nap.
If you want a guaranteed victory, just let us know on Twitter at Join Team Alpha with the hashtag Alpha Book Club.
Someone call in a while.
Guys, we haven't had someone in a
call
while.
us. I
You
know.
are
Be
sick
our
of
friend.
us.
Because
we
we're going to be
go
missing
on tangents.
Rachel
I
next
nearly
week,
throw up.
but we'll
You-
be here.
You need to be on here, okay?
It'd be great.
Pull
Yeah.
us
Great
back
to
into
Skype in.
line.
And are you guys going to try to rewatch the movie before next week?
100%.
Yeah.
Like finish the book and then
Yeah,
rewatch
100%.
Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Super
Let's start
excited about it.
since can we also, in addition to the episode, which I will try to join, but if I can't, can we do a Twitter thread about movie versus book?
I would love
Can,
that.
can we also wish Harry Potter a happy birthday
Yes,
from
we
yesterday?
can.
And
Neville!
Everyone
Never
forgot
mentioned
Neville!
in the book
I know,
either.
I
They're
know.
never fighting
Cheers.
over the same.
But they do, I mean, later they do, but today I realized that when we did a post about it, and it was like, y'all forgot Neville's birthday.
Everyone
Well.
always forgets Neville.
Well, not after they see that one pic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, white underwear.
Neville,
I mean,
Neville long dick, you know what I'm saying?
go, guys. Bye. See you next week.
Neville long dick.
Au revoir. Merci beaucoup.